Hey, how's it going? My name is Wes. Welcome back to another lesson. In today's blue vocabulary lesson, we will look at the numbers again. And this time we will learn how to count from 30 all the way up to 100. So in today's lesson, the numbers part 3 out of 5. Let's get into it. Alright, so in the previous lessons about the numbers, we already learned how to count to, I think, 29 or maybe 30. So in today's lesson, we will start with 30 and then move our way up to 100. Now, don't worry, we're not going to go over 30, 31, 32, up until 100, but instead we're going to look at a couple numbers in between 30 and 40, and then move on to 40 and so forth. Alright, so the first number that we will go over in today's lesson is obviously the number 30. So the number 30 in Spanish is
30. 30.
31 in Spanish is
31. 31.
So literally translated 30 and 1, 31. And then, as you probably already guessed, 32 is
32. 32.
and so forth. So 33, 34, and so forth. All right, 40 in Spanish is
40. 40.
So instead of looking at 1 and 2 again, let's look at 43, for example. So 43,
43. 43.
so we always use this E, which means end. So 40 and 3. And then 44, obviously, is
44. 44.
all right, 50 in Spanish is 50. So 40, 40, 50 from cinco, 50, 50.
50. 50.
So 50 is 5, 50 and 5, 55.
55. 55.
All right, then let's move up to 60, which is 60, 60.
60. 60. 66. 66.
Now 70 in Spanish, the word for 7, if you can remember, was
7.
so 70 is 70.
70. 70.
So 77 would be
77. 77.
then we get to 80, and the number for 8, if you can remember, was 8.
8.
So 80 in Spanish is 80.
80. 80.
So 88 would be 88. 88. 80 and 8. 88.
88. 88.
Then 90 in Spanish is 90 from nueve, 90.
90. 90.
So 99, 99.
99. 99.
And then last but not least, we have 100 in Spanish, which is 100.
100. 100.
So let's go over all of these one more time, just to have a little bit of repetition. So 30,
30.
40 was
40.
50 was
50.
60,
60.
70 was,
70.
so be careful when you say 60 or 70 because they look pretty similar. So 60, 60 and 70, 70. 80 was 80,
80.
90 was 90,
90.
and 100 was
100.
Alright, so that's it for the numbers 30 to 100. Now we know how we can count from 0 all the way up to 100 in Spanish. Now obviously that's not the end of this lesson about numbers. It is the end of this lesson, but in later lessons we will dive into 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000, all the way up until a million or a billion or a gazillion. Alright, anyways, that's it for today's lesson. Again, as always, you can download the reference sheet of today's lesson And for any other questions, you can always go to my website, which is SpanishWithWes.com, where you can also find my contact information in case you have any questions. All right, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. And of course, I hope to see you in the next lesson. Adios.